Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. In the previous video, we have completed upload song part of this project. So if you have not seen that video, just go to description and check out the link. In this video, we are going to do a minor bug fix on the backend and then we will work on the my upload part. So let us start with that. So let's go to the IntelliJ, and in this one, we have to go to the admin controller and then we have to go to the upload song API. You can see this particular one, and inside this one basically we have two request parameter, which is a song file and image file. So I want this two should be like optional, it should not be required, but if we are not passing that value over here, so in that case it is by default required. Let's see that. If I click on it, you can see here boolean required default true. So I want to change this to false. Okay, so here first I'm going to give a name to this one to value and then equals, and after that here after this one comma required, here we have to just write required and we have to make it as false, and over here in the image file also I want required as false. That's it. We don't have to do any other changes. Just restart the backend services whenever you are done with these two minor changes, and then we have to go to the UI. And in the UI, we have to go to the upload song.html file. First, we are going to do just a small fix. So here you can see, right? This should be uploading. So just make it as uploading and save this. And after that, here we have to write the code related to my upload. Now let's go to the services first. So we are going to service, and then we have song service.ts file. So in this one we are going to write the logics related to the upload song, right? So I'm just going to copy paste this line of the code over here, and let me also format this, and here make it as update song. And then first I'm expecting a song ID that need to be updated to the song ID, and it should be of a number type, and the form data we are going to pass observable, and then song we are going to pass this dot http, and this will be a put type, not a post type, so just change this to put song, and the base URL will be the same, and here we have to just change this to update song, and then slash, then we have to pass here the particular ID or song ID. So here dollar curly bracket and then song ID and the form data which is correct. Now after this we also need to write the logic related to delete a song. So I'm just going to copy paste this one and paste it over here. Let me format this, and delete song, and we are just expecting song ID, so I'm just going to remove the data because we don't have to pass the form data or anything. And here also we are going to expecting the message response type, it will just going to return a string message. Okay, and here I'm going to expect that delete in the backend, and the base URL will be same, and here we have to just change this to delete, and here we have to pass the, and here we have to just remove the form data. Okay, it's throwing the error. Okay, here also we need to change this to message response, this one. Now error is gone. And inside this particular service, right, in the last video I have written this particular method. I don't think we are using this one, so we can comment this for now. If required we can uncomment it, but as per my understanding we are not going to use this particular method. Okay, so now we have to go to the shared folder. You can see this is a shared folder we have created. Inside that we have layout. So right click on this one, open integrated terminal, and we are inside the shared folder, we are not inside the layout. Okay, and after that ng generate a component confirmation dialog and press enter. So it will generate a component which will be used as a dialog, and that will be used whenever like you want to delete something, right? So it will open a pop-up like that, and there you can confirm yes or no, you can click on it. So dialog confirmations, we have to extend this particular one, and then we have to go to the ts file of this one confirmations dialog, and in this one, so now here constructor, and in this one public dialog reference, and then we have to import mat dialog reference, this one, and then we have to get the reference of this particular dialog which we have already opened. And inside this one also want to inject some data, right? And so we also need to create models for this. So let's go to the model. Okay, so inside this one, if you see the code inside this one, we already have few models. So I'm going to create a new model over here, and which we are going to use in our project. So let's right click on this, click on new file, and dialog dot model dot ts, and press enter. A file is created. Now we have to write export interface face, and here we have to write here confirmation mission dialog data, and then curly brackets, and here we have to write title which is of a string type, and then message which is also a string type, and then confirm text, it should be optional and it is also of a string type, and then cancel text, and which is also an option which is of a string type, and confirm color, and this one primary, or like we have to pass a different type, and or warn, and type over here warning info danger. These are the different types, and the css will be also going to change on the basis of these values we are going to pass it. Okay, and after that the next which is interface, which is related to song dialog data, and over here song, and here song we need to this one import. And here I'm also going to add one more which is going to be used while editing the profile, but I don't want to come back on this particular file, so I'm just going to add it as of now. We are not going to use it right in this video, but later we are going to use it. So edit profile dialog data, and in this one user type, and we are going to return the user one, this one which is in the model. Okay, so now save this, and now we have to go back to the confirmations dialog.ts file, and inside this one we have to put a comma over here, and then @ inject from the core, and then mat underscore dialog data, this one, and then public data, and then confirmation dialog data, this one we need to import. So this one basically going to inject it to this particular confirmation, so that on the basis of it we are going to show the different design or messages or buttons text. So here this dot data dot confirm text, and equals this dot data dot confirm text, or we are going to just pass the confirm message. In the same way, this dot data dot cancel text, this dot data dot cancel text, over here cancel, and this dot data dot confirm color, so the default color, this dot data dot confirm color, and it should be warn, so warn, and this dot data dot type is equals to this dot data dot type warning. So if the value exists, so it will just pass that, or this value is going to set to the this particular variable, so it will work like that. Okay, So the constructor part is all the values is set. Now we have to go outside of this constructor. We have to write the logics related to on close button, on cancel. Those logics we have to write. On cancel, we have to just close the dialog. This dot dialog reference dot close, and we have to just pass the false over here so that no action should be there. And on confirm, I have to just pass it over here. This dot dialog reference dot close, and here we have to set this to true, and then get icon class, and it should be return a string type. So which type of icon we have to show? So return, and then backtick icon dash, and then dollar, and then curly brackets, and this dot data dot type, and then at the end put semicolon. So this type of icon will be sent, and then we have to get icon symbol. This is also a string type it's gonna return. So over here we have to write here switch, and this dot data dot type, and then we have to show the different icon on the basis of different values. So this is the first one, which is a warning one. So here colon, then we have to return, and over here we have to just put a space, start or not, no, it works fine. Put a semicolon and case danger, and then return. And I have already provided in the descriptions related to the different icons, so you can just need to paste this, and the file name will be confirmations.dialog.ts, and it will just find this type of icons, nothing else. You will find it out in that particular file. Okay, so I have just given exactly name so that you can copy paste and use it. And after that here, okay, let's put a semicolon over here. If you want to format this, let's format this one. Now it's aligned properly, and then we have case, and the next one, which is info, and after that return, and then I, and then case success, return, and then we have to show the icon tick. So I'm just going to show over here, print over here, and then default, I'm going to return, put semicolon, let me format this. Now it looks good. Okay, after that here we also need to pass the different buttons, right? So here I'm going to change this to get confirm button class, and this is also going to return a string type, so I'm just making it as string switch, and this dot data dot confirm color, and here case, and it should be warned, so I'm going to return btn dash danger, put semicolon, case primary, return btn primary. Okay, here we have forget to add this. After that case sent, and return, we're going to return the same thing. So return, sorry, not this next line, return btn, and then put semicolon, and then default we have to return as a danger. So here default return btn, okay, it should be single quotes, so btn danger, and put semicolon. Let me format this, and here you can see Now we have to go to the CSS file. I'm going to copy paste the CSS file over here, save this. Okay, let me also delete this so that we can track off like we have any errors or not. Now we have to go to the HTML part of this one. So go to the HTML, remove this one. And over here we have to write div class and confirmation dialog, and then close this, and then we have to add a button class and close button this one, and then a mat icon button, and on click we have to call a method which is on cancel method. So on cancel method we have to call. Close this, then span, and then class close button this one, or not, it should be not a button, it should be icon, I think. Close icon, then close this, and then we have to put and times and put semicolon over here. Okay, so our button is ready. Now we have to write the logics related to get icon symbols and all those things. So outside inside the particular one confirmation dialog, we have to write div class dialog icon, and then ng class, and here we have to call a method which is to get the icon class. So this, I think this one, okay, this icon symbol, not this one, we have to call icon class. So just call this one and close this, and inside this one is span class icon text, close this, and then we have to call a method over here which is get icon symbol. So this is the method we have to call it over here, paste it and put parentheses after that so that it's called as a method. And outside of this particular dialog icon, we have to write here h2 mat dialog title, and then close this. Over here we have to write data dot title, and after that here we have to write mat dialog content, and close this, and inside over here we have to write p class and message, and close over here data dot message. And after this content, right, we have to like action button also we need to show. So mat dialog actions align center, close this, and then button mat struct button class cancel button, and then on click we have to call the same on cancel button method, basically we have to call. After that data dot cancel text we have to expecting, right? So here I'm just going to pass that so that that will be populated over this particular button label. And after this the next button will be similar, so I'm just going to copy paste this over here and going to format this one, and the button will be okay, it need to be changed to flat. So flat class confirm, here we have to change this to confirm button over here, and then we have to show different design on the basis of class name. So ng class, and then we have to call a method which is this one, so get confirmation button class. So I'm just going to copy paste over here ng class, after that equal symbol double quotes, paste that and parenthesis, and over here we have to just change to on confirm, and here we have to just change this to confirm form text. Save this. Now we have to, inside the shared folder we are going to generate one more file over here. So right click, open integrated terminal, and inside this shared folder we already have two files, which is layout and confirmation dialog. So here I'm going to generate ng generate component edit song dialog and press enter. So it will generate a component edit song dialog which is generated over here. Now we have to generate one more component which is inside this particular one, which is will be inside the feature one. So right click on the features folder, open integrated terminal, and then ng generate component my uploads, and then press enter. And you can see file is created inside my uploads, and sorry, not inside my uploads, inside the features we have upload song is created. Okay, so after this, once this one is created, now we have to go to the app routing modules of this one. So go to the app routing module.ts file, and here we have to add the path of this one so that the user can route to the page. So scroll down over here, and after upload song, here we have to add it. So put a comma over here, then path, and here my uploads and component my uploads can activate, and it is also an admin uh, button, right? It will be only accessible by admin, so that's why we have to add over here like admin guard. So just add it, and let me format this one and save this. Now we have to go to the shared folder. We have layout, right? And then we have to go to the layout.html, and inside this one we have to scroll and we have to go to the navigation part. So nav, we have added it, right? So this is the place where we have to go, and we have to just copy paste this line of the code over here and paste it after this. So in the last video we have added this my upload song part, and over here we have to just change here to my upload first. So my, change here my slash uploads, and router link which is going to be active, and nav item to be nav item, which is correct. And here we have to cloud underscore upload, and here we have to just change to my upload. So I'm going to write here my uploads, and this one which will be admin. So this is correct. So let's save this. Let's go to the UI. Let's see, do we are able to see the my upload section? I'm able to see that. If I click on it, it is get activated, and you can see it's changing, it's working as expected. Now get back to the VS Code, and now we have to write the logics related to my upload. So go to the my uploads. So go get inside the features folder, inside my uploads, go to the my uploads.ts file, and in this one basically we are going to write the logics related to like viewing all the songs which I have uploaded it. Now here we have to write here songs, and then we have to import the song model over here, and it should be of array type, and after that loading, which is by default set to true, and loading more is false, and error message. And then we are also want to get the user ID so that we can send it to the backend. So user ID number, and then search query, and current page is equals to 0, and page size is equals to 10, and total elements is equals to 0. Hash more songs is true, and a few more variables and things which we needed over here. So let's go to the shared folder, and inside this one we have a layout, right? And layout.ts file. Go over there And inside this one, right, we have few things like these two things. These lines we have to copy paste, and we have to go to the my uploads, and here we have to paste that, and it will throw the error, so we don't have to worry about it. So first we are going to change here, it should be underscore scroll trigger, and here we have to import this one, so just import this from core, and here we have to just remove this playlist, and we have to just add observer and not, and this is correct. Scroll view child we have to import over here from Angular core, and this one we have to call this one, so I'm just going to replace this, and over here also I'm going to replace this one, and this method we are going to copy paste again from the layout.ts. So let's go to the layout.ts file, and we also need to copy the constructor, but we'll write it down that one because there will be lots of difference. So scroll down, and there's a ng describe I'm also going to copy paste. So these two methods I'm going to copy paste, ng destroy as well as this one from layout, and let's go to the upload over here and paste it over here. And in this one, this dot we have to just change this to this one. Over here also I'm going to copy paste, sorry, my bad. Over here, this one, and we don't have to worry about this for now. Underscore we are going to change those, and this one underscore scroll trigger, and here we have to loading more this one, and hash more songs. So just make these changes, and let's scroll up over here, and let's verify everything is correct. So related to the view child, right, scroll trigger, so which is not correct here. Scroll trigger it should be, so scroll trigger, and set scroll trigger playlist. So I'm also going to remove this part, scroll trigger, and after that el setup, which we have added the method over here, then the scroll trigger is null, and then outside of this one we have to add the constructor, and we have to import few things which we are going to use it here. So private song service and song service, and then private player or music player, we can write music player service, and here music player service, this one we need to import, and then private auth service this one, and then private dialog, and it should be mat dialog, this one, and then private notification service, and notification service we need to import, and then scroll down, and then we also need to implement ng on init, so we are not able to import, so go over here, implements, and on init, and on destroy we are also going to add, so on destroy, this one we also need to import. So scroll down over here, ng on init, and inside this one, this dot user id is equals to this dot auth services dot get current user, and not dot id we have to pass over here, and then we also need to call a method which is to load all the songs, right? So here after this particular method, right, setup play, I'm going to create a method which name will be load songs, load my songs. So load my songs over here, and scroll back over here, ng on it, and here we have to call that particular method. So this dot load more my songs, and put semicolon. After that, let's verify the ng on destroy, so this dot observer and disconnect, and then let's verify the setup infinite scroll down over here, setup infinite scroll observer disconnect null. Here root margin we are going to set as 200 px, and 0.1, which is correct. And here this dot observer is for each. Interesting. Loading more, hash more songs, options, scroll trigger, navigate. Everything is looks good to me as of now. Just we need to create a method over here, so I'm just going to change here or we have to add a method over here first. So load more songs. So this is the method we have to call whenever it reaches to the bottom of the page, and this is the method we have to call. So load more songs, this is the method we have to call over here. So just change that, and inside this particular load my songs, right, we have to write the logics to call the backend API. So I'm just going to write here this dot loading is set to true, and this dot error message is, we're going to just remove it, and this dot current page is set to 0, and this dot song I'm also going to do the cleanup. And after that we have to call the backend API. So I'm just going to write here this dot service, this dot song service dot get all songs, and this dot current page over here, and this dot page size, and this dot search query also we want to pass it so that we can search it, and this dot user ID, and dot subscribe over here, and inside this one next, and response, and this dot song or songs response dot content, and this dot total elements is equals to response dot total elements, and this dot hash more songs is equals not response dot last. If it is not last, then we will allow to load, or else we are not going to allow to load, and set to false. And after this particular curly bracket, put comma and error. We are also going to handle the errors. So error, and over here we have to this dot error message, and in this one we have to pass failed to load your uploads. Please try again later. So this is the message I want to show to the user, and then put semicolon, and this dot loading is set to false. And also if you want to print a console log, you can add it. So console, not this one, console dot log, and then we have to want to print the error, so just print it. And after that I'm going to just copy paste this same line of the code to the load more songs, and I will do the changes as per requirement. So just format this, save this, and over here this dot okay, first line will be if this dot loading more or not this dot hash more songs, otherwise return. And after that this dot loading more it should be, so here just changes to loading more, and here set to true, and then we are going to remove this, and over here we have to write this dot current page. Here we are going to increase the page size to +1, and this dot songs, this logic will be the same, this one will be the same, page size, search query, user ID, which is correct. And this dot song and response dot content, we are going to just not going to remove it, but we are going to add it few more things. So this dot songs over here, comma, and dot dot dot, and response dot content. So whatever is like whenever newly added songs will be there, right? So it will just going to append it over here. Okay, and then after that this dot hash more songs will be the remain same, total element we don't want to be updated, so I'm just going to remove that one. And here we have to just change this to loading more over here to false. And after that if I go to the error section, we can leave this console.log as it is. We don't want to show any error message. This is by default. And loading mode, here we have to just change this to false, as well as I want to reduce the page size to by 1, so which we have just increases, because while we have increased it over here, and if any error occur, we want to go to the back to the same state. So I just reverted it and put semicolon over here, and outside of this particular method, now we have to write the logic related to search or clear it. So let's write here on search, and over here this dot load my songs. So this is the method we are going to just call it whenever someone enters some text, because this search query will automatically handle those, right? So just call that method. After that, we also need to write the logic related to clear search. So this dot search query we are going to just set like this, and this dot uh, load my songs. This is the method I want to call whenever I'm going to clear it. And after that, we have to write the logic related to play song. So play song, and in this one we have to pass the song. Okay, so song over here we need to pass, and the curly bracket, and here we have to just add a to do. So we are not going to implement the logics related to play song in this video. We are going to do in upcoming videos. So here just to add a to do button over here. After that, also here we have to write here open add to play list dialog. So this is also not going to be done in this video, like related to the playlist, right? How we can create a playlist. So for that also we are going to create a separate video, but I'm just going to add it, and I will put a to do so that I can come back and fix this or add the code related to this. Okay, and inside this one we have to just write event dot stop propagate, so that it should not do the default buttons changes or things. And here we have to write here to do over here. So after this, we have to write the logics related to edit the song, right? As of now, we have just created the the dialogue. We don't have implemented anything, but we are going to write the logics related to it, like how it can handle. So edit song, and here event and song this one, and after that event dot stop propagate, like on the particular raw, right? There's different events are there, so I don't want to propagate to the this particular method, and that could trigger it. So that's why we have added in that way. So const, after that we have to write a const dialog reference, and this dot dialog dot open, and then we have to pass the edit song this dialog we need to import, and then curly brackets and press enter. And in this one basically we have to pass the related to the what exactly the width, height, and all those things we have to pass over here. So 90 VW, and max width here we have to pass as 1200 px, and then panel css classes over here, custom dialog container, and then we have edit song dialog. So these are the css we have to pass it, and then we also need to pass the data. So data, and in this one we have to pass the song. So just put a curly bracket and put a song over here, and outside of over here we have to go, then we have to dialog reference dot after once closed, right? Then we have to write the logic, like what exactly I want to do. So I will subscribe like okay, I will wait till the particular one is on not going to click on close or as well as on save button. So I will wait till that point. Okay, and once it is closed, then I will okay check okay if it is having the data or not. If not, then I'm not going to do anything. If it have some data, so I will do some operations. Form data we have to write here. We don't have to import for this. And here, if not form data, then just simply we are going to return. And if we have, then song service dot update song over here, and song dot id we have to pass, and then form data we have to pass, and then subscribe, and then we have to write the logics related to save or update to it. Okay, so put a semicolon over here also we can add, and inside this one we have to write here next and song updated song, and here const index equals to this dot songs dot find index, and then what exactly we are doing is we are going to find that particular index where this particular song exists, as this is updated, right? So I'm just going to refresh or update that changes so that new image or new songs going to be played whenever I click on that particular song. So that's why I'm just updating the list with the new song. So I'm just finding by the index or id s.id, and if it match song.id, then if index is not equals to -1, then this dot songs index is equals to update song. This one I'm just going to set it, and after that this dot notification service dot success, and here I'm going to show the message song updated successfully. So this is the message I want to show. And outside of this, I also want to show any error if occur, right? So here I'm going to write here error, and error console dot log, you can also write here an error, or here this dot error message, and we are going to check particular error. So error question mark dot error question mark dot message, or we are going to just pass here failed to update song, please try again. So this is the message I want to show to the user, and this dot notification services dot error, and we have to pass the error message whatever we have. And after this, the next method which is related to the delete the song. So here I'm going to write here delete song, and here event comma song. Actually, most of the logics I think that will be same from above. So I'm just going to do one thing. I'm just going to, instead of writing everything, I'm just going to copy paste from here till the end. So I can reduce the time. Okay, so I'm just going to remove this part and paste it over here. Let me format this, save this. Now we are going to verify each and every line. So event dot stop propagate, which is correct. Dialog reference just dot open, and here we have to just change to confirmation dialog. So import this one, and here we have to just change to the width to 450 px. So 450 px, and max width to the 90 vw. And here we also need to not gonna pass the multiple one, so custom dialog container will be enough. We don't have to pass this one, so just remove it. And we also don't need to put a square bracket, so I'm also going to remove it because only one css we have to pass. And in data we have to pass the multiple things. So here I'm going to write like this. So title, and Like here we have to pass the delete, and okay, it should be on single quotes. So delete song, comma, and then message. And here backtick I'm going to add, are you sure you want to delete? And over here I have to add or show the particular song name, so I'm just putting in the double quotes, and then dollar and curly bracket and song dot title, and after this double close, right, put a question mark and then backtick, then confirm text, and it should be delete, and then cancel text, cancel, and confirm color, and it should be worn. So just pass this, and after that let's go back over here, dialog reference after close, subscribe, confirm, which is correct. And here we have to just change this to delete song, and we don't have to pass this form data, so let's me remove this one. And response here, or updated song or response, just make it as response. And in the response we are not expecting that it should just remove the song from UI, right? So I'm just going to I'm going to write the logics related to that. So just remove this one, and this dot songs equals to this dot songs, and I'm just going to filter it out, so which are not gonna matching, right? So this, and s dot id, and not equals to song dot id. So I'm just going to verify that. Okay, if not, then I'm going to ignore it. And then song, and then whatever the response message we get it, right, I'm just going to show over here. So I'm just going to write a response dot message, and error, I'm going to just print it out over here, and error, this one is correct. And here we have to just change to fill to delete song, please try again. So this is the message I want to show to the user, and save this. Now let's verify everything is correct or not. So okay, so just a minor fix we have to do over here. So if you see that setup playlist infinite scroll, so here we have to just change the name, and we have to just remove the playlist. So remove this. So setup infinite scroll, this is the name we have to put it over here. So setup infinite scroll over here. Save this. Then we have to scroll a little bit down, and we have to keep going. Okay, so here inside this edit song, right, we have this comma, right, that need to be removed, and put a dash over here. And then the next issue, which is inside the error over here, so we don't have to use this, we don't have to do that. So it should be like const, it is just like a local variable, and we are going to use it. We don't have to show to the UI, just write like this. Okay, so in the same way also we need to fix over here. I want this as a local variable, so const, and here just remove this. Save this. Let me delete this one so that we can see, okay, do we have any other errors or not. So if I scroll to the bottom, I don't see any errors as of now. I can see still we have minor issues in the delete song over here. So you can see this is a form data, but actually this is a confirmed data, right? So confirm, so make it as confirmed over here also. So if it is set as true, then only we are going to send for the processing. And also inside this delete song we have this one, right? We also need to fix this one. It should be confirm color, so confirm color, which is a spelling mistake, so that need to be fixed. And then save this. Now we are good. Now let's go to the CSS part of this particular file, and I'm going to copy paste that my upload CSS to over to this. And now we have to go to the HTML part of this particular one. So go to the HTML and over here, let's remove this, and here right here, div class, and here my uploads container, and then close this one, and the div star ng if, and here we have to write loading and class, and here loading container, close this one, and then we have mat spinner, so spinner diameter is equals to, here we have to put 60, and then color ancient, and then close this one. And after that we also want to show a message to the below, so p class paragraph class loading text, and here we have to write here loading your uploads and dot dot dot. If I save this and if I go over here, it should show me a, you can see for a fraction of a second it shows some loader and it's gone because we are calling the API. Let me go to the method and make it as false. So always okay, so this here I'm going to set it to the false, right? Let's go to the terminal over here. Let's decrease the size of this one. Over here it's loading as a false. I'm just making it as true so that it will be always loading. So you can see the loading loading your uploads, which is visible, right? And you can see the loader. Now get back over here, let's revert to the false and save this. Let's go to the HTML part of this particular one, and our div related to loading is done. Now let's move to the error state. So if any error occur, so then we have to how to show the message. So star ngif loading, and if we have error message, error message, then class error dash container, and then close this one, and mat icon class error dash icon, and then close error underscore outline, and then class error message over here, close this one, over here error message we want to show, and then we also want to show a button so that user can refresh, try the refresh. So button mat raised button color, and then on click we have to call load my songs method over here, close this, and then we have to show the mat icon, and it should be refresh icon, and after the mat icon I want to show like try again message. So just write that, and the div related to this one is also completed. Now the next div, which we are inside my upload container but outside of this error message or loading one. So div and star ng if, and here not loading and not error message. If we don't have error message or it's not loading, then only we are going to show this particular part. And in this one we are going to create a div header first. So header section and h1 class and page title, and it should be my uploads, and after that p class and page subtitle, and songs you have uploaded to Musify. We are going to show this particular message as a header. If I save this, if I go over here to the UI, I'm able to see this particular 1, which is correct. Go back over here. Now I want to put a search bar, a text field over here. After header section, the next which is div class search section over here, and then we have div class and then search bar, and after that mat icon class search icon over here. Let's close this one, and here we have to write search. And after this mat icon, I want to add a input field. So let me scroll over here first. So input, and then type, it should be of text type, and then we have a class which is of search input, and then placeholder, and here I'm going to write a search your upload by song or artist, and then dot dot dot. And after that also I want here two-way binding, so ng model over here, and then search query, and whenever someone is press enter, then we have to search, so key up dot enter, and then on search, and the method will be called. So here I have to just close this one. And after that also I want to show a particular button to the user, so button, and so that an user can clear or see that clear the value. So search query over here, and then mat icon button, and then class clear search button, and on click here we have to write here clear search, and we have to call this particular method and close this one, and then we have to show a mat icon, so mat icon and close over here. Now if I save it and if I go to the UI, I am able to see over here a search field, as well as I'm able to search it over here. Okay, and if I click on clear, I'm able to clear this, right? So it means it's working as expected. Let's get back over here. Now we have to write the logics related to show the song list, right? So outside of this search section, outside of this one, we have to write the logic, and it should be inside the this particular section as well as the main container. Okay, so here we have to write div class and content section, and then star ng if song start length is greater than 0, then only we are going to show this particular div, and div class songs header, close this one, and h2 class section title, and then here we have to show the total elements, so total elements, and after that here total elements is equals to 1 question mark, then we are going to show as a song. If not, then I'm going to show as songs. So here just make it as songs, and then put curly brackets over here, and outside of this song header we have to write here div class song list, and then close this one, and then we have div star ng 4 and let song of songs, and let I is equals to index, and then class song item, and on click we have to call a method which is to play the song, so play song, and here we have to pass the song name. over here, and then close this one. And inside this one, right, this is a loop, right? So inside this one we have to write the logics to show all the like name, images and everything. So get inside this particular div, and here we have to write the logic, which is like div class and song index, and then close this one, curly bracket I plus 1, which is just a UI index. So I'm just handling it from the UI. After that, here we have to write a div class, and here song cover we want to show to the user. So and inside this one, image img, and then src, and then song, okay, not inside this one, here equals, and song dot image url, and then we have to use auth image, right? Remember we have implemented this one in the last video, I think, last to last video, I think, which is whenever we are implementing the layout, right, we have implemented this auth image pipe. So that's one which we are using it now. This dot title, and then close this one, and after that here button mat icon button, and then class play button small this one, and then mat icon play underscore arrow. So this is the icon I want to show to the user on whenever someone is hovers on that particular one, or by default. Okay, so this is the song cover which is done. The next part is like we have to write the song info. So outside of this song cover, here div class, and then song data, not song data, song date it is, and then we have to show the song date. So upload date, and here song dot created at, and then date, and this is the way basically we are using the pipe. Okay, and over here I want to show the format. So here I have to write mmm space d comma small d comma space y, and close this one, and then curly bracket, and this is the format basically we are going to show the date. Once date is visible to the users, then song actions I want to show to the user. So here div class song actions, and then close this one, and then button mat icon button, and then class add to playlist button. This one we need to call, not call, we have to pass click, and then we have click, and then we have to pass that or call that particular method, which is I think open, yeah, open add to playlist dialog, this one, and paste it over here. And in this one basically dollar and event, we have to pass event and the song whatever on which particular users has click on it. And also let me decrease the size of this one, and then we have to click on title, and here add to playlist. So this one I want to show to the user. Close this one, then mat icon and playlist underscore add. So this playlist add button will be visible, but we are not going to implement the features related to this. But we are going to write the we are going to see the logics related to edit as well as delete. Okay, so I'm just going to copy this particular button over here 2 times. So I'm going to write the logics related to edit as well as delete. So we are going to implement it one by one. So here first we are going to verify button mat icon button, and here this should be removed, and it should be edit button song, and on click basically we have to call edit song and event song, which will remain same, and then here we have to just change this to edit song, and here we have to just change this icon to edit, and after that this one here we have to change this next button to delete button song, and here we have to just change this to delete song, and here also we need to change to delete song, and here we have to just change to delete. And after this we have to go to the outside of this song list. So if we go to the song list here, and outside of this one we have to write the logics related to infinite scrolling, loader, as well as other things. So here, over here we have to write here div class, and here loading more container, and the star ng if loading more, or yeah, loading more we have to add, and then close this one, and mat spinner diameter, here we want to make it as 40, and color same, and then close this one. And after this we have to just pass the class, and loading more text over here, then loading more songs. Okay, and after that here dev hash scroll trigger class scroll trigger this one, and close this particular div. And then we have to show that div class which is to related to the end of the page, so end of list, and star ng if not hash more songs, and not loading more. And then we have to write here p paragraph, and here you have reached the end of your uploads. So this is the message I want to show to the user. And then our the div which is container section, which is this part, like song list part, is also completed. So outside of this particular div, now we are going to write the logic related to empty state, like not even single audio files is uploaded in that case. So div dot star ng if songs dot length is equals to 0, and class empty state, and then close this one, mat icon class empty icon, and here music underscore note, and after that here we have to write here h2 close no uploads yet, and then h2. Okay, here h2 we have to just close this one, and then we have to show a paragraph that you have not uploaded any songs yet, start sharing your music. So this is the message we'll show to the user, and save this. Just minor issue I'm noticed over here. So this is the paragraph, right, and this is not getting closed, so just close this one. And now let's go to the UI. Let's verify that if everything is working as expected. So now I'm able to see over here a song over here. I'm also able to see this particular message, and here I can see the index number. Here I can see this one. If I click on this one, it will just open a dialog, but it will not do anything as of now. And this one will also not going to work because we don't have that feature we have implemented till this point. And right, just a minor issue I can see over here, which is like the name of the artist and are not here. So let's fix that first. Let's get back over here and scroll to the up, and we have to just write the logics just after this particular div, which is song cover and before the song date. Over here we have to just write div class and song info, and then close this one, and then we have to write here h4 and then class and then song title, and then close this one. Here we have to write song dot title, and after this here we have to write paragraph which is of type class and song artist, and outside of this one we have to just print the song dot artist, and then close this one, save this, and let me format this one also. And now go back over here, and here you can see I'm able to see the name of the song, and I can see the dates, and everything is working as expected. If I click on delete, right, if you can see the pop-up, right, and whenever you hovers on this particular one, it's changing. If I click on cancel, it will not going to do anything. If I click on delete, it should delete this particular song, and here you can see no uploads yet. You have not uploaded any song. You can see the message, right, and it's working as expected, right? Now let's do one thing. Let's upload few songs over here. So test one QRT and choose audio file. So I'm just going to select this one, and image I'm going to select in this image. I'm going to upload the song. Let me up, and you can see automatically we route to this particular page where we can see all this, right? Click on upload song. I'm going to write a test 2, and I'm going to select in different music, not sure which one I've, okay, so let's select this one, and over here I'm going to select this one. Okay, both are same, might be, okay, both are same, no worries. Like, but still we are able to see these two files, right? I'm going to zoom little bit, and I will do one thing. I will just do a change in the basically pagination size, so that we can validate, okay, if it is working fine or not. So go to the my uploads, and here just make it as 1 and save this, and just refresh this, and here you can see the ePay call was there because we are already at the bottom of the page, and it automatically calls that. So it means it's working, that infinite scrolling is also working as expected. And now we have to implement the logics related to edit the song. So let's go to the VS codes, and let's go to the edit song dialog, go to the edit song TS file. Now in this, basically most of the logics we are going to just copy paste from the like upload songs. So let's go to the upload songs TS file, and let's scroll up in this one, and here you can see, right, I want all these lines first. So let me copy paste this line of the code, and go back to the edit song dot dialog and paste it over here. Let me format this one, let me import this one over here, and here I don't need this uploading because whenever someone's click on save button, so I will just close the dialog and I will do the processing. So we don't need the loaders to be visible to the user. So this is correct, and then go back to the upload song, go to the constructor. So I'm just also going to copy this constructor, ng destroy audio file, this one also, and then clear song I also need, clear image also I want, on submit I can also, yeah. So I'm just going to copy paste all these methods from here, and I will do the modifications as per our requirement. So I will just copy paste all this till this is get this form field, and here I'm going to paste it over here. Let me format this. Don't worry about any error as of now, so just follow it. So form builder we have to import, so just import this one, and after that here we need song services. We don't need song services, we don't need router, so just remove this one. Even I also don't need this notification services, so I also want to remove this. And over here I'm going to write here public dialog reference and mat dialog reference, and here I'm going to pass here the this particular component name, And then I also want to inject some values or pass the values to this one so that I can use it. So mat underscore dialog data, and after that public data, and song dialog data, this one. And after that, this is a song form, and form builder will be there, and validators dot required, and this is correct. Man mix length and all those things will, which is correct. And also the title and artist should be populated with the already existing data. So data dot song dot title we have to pass, and in the artist we have to pass like data dot song dot artist. So this one we have to pass it over here. Then the ng destroy, which is correct, like image preview, revoke, and all those things. And then on file select, right? So let's verify once. Audio song files return and 5 MB size and all those things, which is correct. We don't have to make any changes on this particular lines. This one is also correct. We don't have to do any changes. Then go to the clear song section. We have covered this on image file, this one, which is correct, and this one is correct. We don't have to do any changes. Then clear song file, and this one is also looks good, and this one image also looks good. Okay, now we have to also write the logics related to on cancel. Like there's a cancel button is also there, right? So on cancel, what we have to do exactly need to do. Okay, we have a cancel one over here. Okay, but here I'm going to create here. Just after clear image file, I'm going to write it on cancel. We have to call this particular method. So in this one, this dot dialog reference dot close. So it will just close the particular dialog. And here I just want to make it as on save what we are going to do. So also let's remove this uploading because I'm not going to do anything like that over here. And song that files we get it. Okay, and title and artist we are going to get it. Songs, this one append, I'm going to remove this one. And here I'm going to just write, okay, so like not remove, we should do that. You have to just write like this: if this dot song file exists, then upload this one or append this one or not, simply like that. And here I'm going to just remove this particular semi like not symbol from here. So this song from append song file like this. Okay, and after that, if this dot image file, and I'm just going to copy paste over here, and here I'm just going to remove this not symbol. Save this. Let me format this one. And after this too, I don't want to call the backend API, so I'm just going to remove this particular part from here. So let's remove this, and I'm just going to do one thing. This dot dialog reference dot close with whatever the form data we have, right? So just close with that. And I don't want this cancel because we already have a cancel button. And in this one, we have to just check, okay, this is a valid, correct? And this is a file. We don't want to validate this one, so just remove this too. Not and part, just remove this part. So this dot file error or this image file error, if we see, so we don't allow users to submit or save the form. And after that, we have to copy paste the CSS. So I'm just going to copy paste it over here. Now go to the HTML part of this one. Now let's remove this one, and here we have to write div class, and here we have to write here dialog container, and after that h2, and then mat dialog title, and class dialog title, and then edit song over here, and after that here mat dialog content, and class dialog content, Close this one, and then we have div class and upload container over here, and then form group, and then song form, and then close this one. And inside this form, right, the most of the logic will be remain same, like we have an upload song, so I'm also going to copy paste most of the code from there. Upload song.html, and in this one, basically inside this form, right, I'm going to copy the logic one by one. So first I'm going to copy this particular content section part only, and let's copy this part, and let's paste it over here inside this particular form, and let me format this, save this. Let's go to the UI. Okay, we are getting some kind of error over here. Okay, we also need to validate one by one, so I just copy paste the two part. One is input field, which is related to the title, and one is other one is related to the artist. So let's verify that what need to be removed. So div class input, which is correct, title and title song. Okay, and basically if you notice over here, we have this disable uploading one, right, that need to be removed. So just remove this part over here, and if I scroll down over here inside this artist field also we have the same thing. So just remove this one and save this, and after that you will notice the error is gone. And if I click on edit, right, I'm able to see the edit song, I'm able to see the title as well as artist, these two fields. If I scroll back, and here you can see, right, I have added to this particular form section inside this one the div content section, which I just copy paste it from the like upload song, right. So this is the part we have copy pasted from here, and after that, just after that, the media section is there, so I'm just going to copy paste now that part. So just copy the media section, not the complete code. I think we can do the copy paste complete code, so that and I will do the modification in that one. So media content, I'm just going to copy paste that part, so not this one. Input form group over here, files, yeah, this contain media file section. So I'm just copy paste the two other fields options. So scroll down, and it should be outside of this particular div content section, we have to paste it. So just paste it just after that, and format this, and definitely it will throw some error. And here you can see, so scroll up, and let's go to the media file content section. Let's verify each and every line, that need to be changed or that need to be modified or any new code need to be added. So let me decrease the size of this one. Okay, we have added the CSS, so we can decrease this. Okay, and here the first thing is audio file is not a required file, right? It can be an optional, because let's say someone is don't want to upload any audio, so we can skip that. So that's why we have to remove this asterisk symbol from this one, so make it as required. And after that, the disabling, right, disable logic whenever it's uploading, that we can also remove it. And then also after that we also need to remove it from this one, the button we have, this one, uploading part from it, and just save this. Still we are getting error because we also have few more like uploads and all those things. So scroll down, go to the cover page part, and also remove this asterisk symbol from here. And also again from here we have to remove this upload part, sorry, not disabled part, so disabling from here. And also from the button we have disabled. So just save this. Now it should remove the error. Now we don't have any error. If I go over here, if I click on edit, I'm able to see these options, but it's not gonna work. And right now we are also not able to see the logic or this particular one, right, to play already loading the song, right, which is not correct. That also need to be added the section. But let's do one thing. Let's go scroll to the top of the page and let's validate that everything whatever we have written is correct or not. So here this is first thing, section title, it should be h3. So just change this to h3 and save this and scroll down. This looks good. We don't have to come back to the artist field, which is correct. And this section title, that need to be changed to h2. Oh yeah, this is already h2, so we are good. Media files should be h2 or h3. I think it should be h3 over here also. I think let's see the UI. H3 looks good. Media files, yeah. Scroll down, and now we have to write the logics related to uploading or not uploading, to here like view or play the music, right? I want to play the music or view the image which are already uploaded to the particular song or edit song. So that the logic we have to write it now. So scroll down, and here you can see this is the div, right? Audio preview and preview container. This one we already have. So just after this particular div, we have to create one more div that is related to the current audio player. So just create here div star ng if and not audio and audio preview URL and then class and then preview container and current media over here, and then close this one, and then div class and preview header over here, then close this one, and then mat icon class preview icon and music underscore note, and after that span class and preview label, and then current audio here we have to add, and after that the audio control and all those things will be the remain similar to it. So I'm just going to copy paste this line of the code, and just after this particular div close, right, I'm just going to copy paste over here, and let me format this one, and here audio preview will be the same src. Here just need to change your data.song.song url, and here auth image, here we have to pass this one, and this will be the remain same. And this is the method whenever we have already loaded song we are going to show to the user. And in this one, this div just above the div, this one is like whenever we going to upload new song, we just change this ones to new audio preview. Save this. If I go back to the UI, I'm able to see like this. Now if I play this one, I'm able to hear the music, right? Let me decrease the volume over here because it's too loud for me. And if I click on this one, I will able to upload a new audio file. So let's click on this. Okay, this is the same file. I'm able to see the name here, right? And I'm also getting the options to remove this particular song from here. If I click on it, okay, let me do one thing. Let me select any random. Okay, select this one, and here you can see this is the new song. I'm going to click, and let me decrease the volume again. Let's click on it. I'm able to hear the volume as well as I'm able to remove and add a new song over here, right? So it means this particular part is also working. Now we have to implement related to the image. So let's get back over here. Let's scroll to the down, go to the cover page, and over here, so this is the div. First thing is here I'm just going to change here new cover image preview, and after that we are going to write the logics related to this particular div to view the image. So star ng if not image preview url and class preview container and current media, and then close this one, and then we have div class and preview and header and then close this one, and then mat icon class preview and icon, then close this one, image, and after that span class preview label over here, and then current cover image. And outside of this preview header we have to just write div class and image preview wrapper, this one, close this one, and then image tag, and then src, and then data dot song dot image url, and then auth image over here, then we have to pass, then alt, then data dot song dot title, and then class image preview, this one, close this one. If I save this, if I go back to the UI, I should able to see the image. Now I am able to see the image, right? If I click on this choose image, if I go over here, if I go to the first image, and it's get changed. So if I click on close, I will again set showing the previous one. So it means this part is also working as expected. Now get back over here, let's go to the VS Code, and now we have to go to the outside of this mat dialog content, and here we have to write here mat dialog actions and class dialog actions, and then close this one, and here button mat strocked button, and on click basically we want to just close the, so on cancel, and class btn cancel, this one we need to call, and cancel over here, and then we have to add one more button over here, so which is button mat raised button on click on save class btn save, and then disabled if form is not valid. So form valid, I would just want to check, and then mat icon save, and here span save changes, and then save this one. Now let's go to the UI and let's try to click on this, let's say edit, and I'm just going to change it to 1, and here I'm also going to add 1, and here you can see the duration 254. I'm just going to change this to 3 and something like different value. So let me select the different audio. So now no, not this one, so I'm going to select the second audio this time. So now the duration is changed to 302, right? 3 minute, and this is just 0.2, right? And let's go select some different image. So let's select this particular image, and here you can see, and let me click on save changes. So after that you can see song updated successfully, and icon is also changed, and here you can see test 21, and here you can see this one also get changed. If I click on this edit, right, if I scroll down, here you can see the duration or time is also get changed. So it means that our current edit song is also working as expected. So this is all about related to my upload part. I hope you guys like this video, so please hit like and subscribe my channel. Thank you.